So one of the last activities that we wanted to kind of encourage you to try and explore a little bit with the students throughout the programme, and again it's a really interesting activity to do at the beginning of the programme, is the idea of creating a playlist. Now it's a lovely activity to differentiate depending on if you're working with the younger students maybe, or all the way up to senior cycle at second level. What you're encouraging them to do is to create a series of songs, maybe 5 or 6 pieces of music, connected to a very specific theme. We had it couched under the heading of kind of creating a sense of calmness and being relaxed, but it could be around energising you and picking music that brings your energy up and gets you ready for school. So you could do a morning playlist of 2 or 3 songs to get you up in the morning and get you going for the school day. You could do a relaxation playlist. Now it can be from your own collection of music, maybe in the primary sector. How would you maybe approach it that way, Hannah?
I think for the younger ones, particularly 4, 5, 6 year olds, they might actually only know 4 or 5 songs. So what you can do as the adult or the facilitator is create a playlist for them to then choose from, because that way you're exposing them to different pieces of music, and they might not necessarily know any music that's particularly relaxing. It's not very targeted at that age group, but that doesn't mean they shouldn't get to experience it. So you can make the playlist. You can have songs that that they will like, that they will choose in there, but you can also have other songs, maybe just pieces of classical music or kind of yoga type music that you might listen to if you're in a yoga class, just with no words, and just give them the opportunity to listen to them and see how they feel and if they like that and if they want to put that in their playlist.
Yes. And I think it's also important that when we were designing this challenge programme, we wanted to really connect to those students who have musical skills and to really give them an opportunity throughout the programme to build capacity and to use that skill in the best way they possibly can. Now, obviously things like Spotify, all of those kind of tools can be used really well as well, and you can put in the mood you want. You can find playlists that already exist and listen to those, but also it's a really nice opportunity to expose them to pieces of music that they might not normally listen to. So you might find pieces of classical music, pieces of music and things like Buddha Bar, Café Del Mar, things that are a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more chill, that can really help them relax, that they find something that when doing a certain activity, and then you can use that music with things like the weaving or the cross stitch, and it's the combination of the physical activity, the oral experience of hearing the music, the oral experience, all of that can be hugely helpful in helping them calm down. So again, it's another simple activity that with good research and well directed, and then they can share their playlists. So they can allow other people to listen to it, and again you're building in that musical experience. Keep an eye on volume, remembering that again the volume of music, the environment, people's sensitivities to volume, all of those things you need to keep an eye on as well. But again, it's another way to make sure that your summer programme is mixed and dynamic.